Monterrey isn't usually the first Mexican city people think about. When most people picture Mexico, they imagine Mexico City's massive capital, Cancun's beaches, or maybe colonial towns like Guanajuato. But Monterrey tells a completely different story. Because the city didn't become famous for politics or tourism, it became famous for building things: factories, steel plants, global corporations, the economic backbone of modern Mexico. So how did a city surrounded by mountains in northern Mexico turn into one of Latin America's industrial engines? To understand that, you have to understand the geography. Monterrey sits in a valley surrounded by dramatic peaks, including the iconic Cerro de la Silla, a mountain so distinctive it became the city's symbol. The location wasn't especially fertile for agriculture. The land was dry and sometimes harsh. But it had something else that turned out to matter more: proximity to the United States. During the 19th century, trade routes between northern Mexico and Texas began expanding rapidly. Monterrey became a key commercial gateway between the two economies. Entrepreneurs in the region saw opportunity. Instead of focusing on farming, they invested in industry. By the late 1800s and early 1900s, Monterrey was becoming Mexico's manufacturing center. Steel production, glass manufacturing, and brewing all expanded quickly. One of the most famous companies to emerge from the city was Cervecería Cuauhtémoc, the brewery that eventually created brands like Tecate and Dos Equis. Another major institution was Fundidora de Monterrey, a massive steel plant that helped supply materials for railroads, infrastructure, and construction across Mexico. So while other cities were developing politically, Monterrey was quietly becoming an industrial powerhouse. And the culture of the city reflected that. Monterrey developed a reputation for entrepreneurship and hard work. Many of Mexico's largest corporations, including multinational companies like FEMSA and Cemex, still operate from headquarters there. Cemex, for example, grew into one of the largest cement producers in the world, supplying construction projects across dozens of countries. So in many ways, Monterrey became the business capital of Mexico. But economic growth also brought diversity. Workers and professionals moved to Monterrey from across Mexico, especially from rural regions looking for industrial jobs. Later, international connections expanded with American and European investment. The city developed a strong cross-border identity, influenced by both Mexican traditions and northern industrial culture. You can see it in the architecture, the food, even the language. Monterrey Spanish often sounds different from accents in southern Mexico, reflecting decades of regional migration and international business connections. And like many cities experiencing rapid growth, Monterrey also faced darker chapters. During the late 2000s and early 2010s, cartel violence intensified across parts of northern Mexico, and Monterrey was not immune. Organized crime groups competed for influence in the region's transportation and trade corridors. One of the most shocking events occurred in 2011, when an attack on a casino in the city killed dozens of people and shocked the country. The tragedy forced the government and business community to confront security challenges that threatened the city's economic stability. Yet Monterrey's story didn't stop there. In the years since, the city has continued evolving. Universities like the Tecnológico de Monterrey became leading centers for engineering, entrepreneurship, and technology education in Latin America. Startup incubators, research labs, and international partnerships expanded across the metropolitan area. Today, Monterrey isn't just a manufacturing hub, it's becoming a technology and innovation center as well. And the skyline reflects that shift. Glass towers housing corporate headquarters now rise alongside older industrial neighborhoods that once powered the city's manufacturing boom. Even the old steel plant, Fundidora, has been transformed into a massive public park, Parque Fundidora, where people now walk, bike, and attend concerts in a place that once produced the steel that built modern Mexico. That transformation captures something important about Monterrey. The city doesn't erase its past, it repurposes it. Factories become parks, industrial districts become innovation hubs. A business city evolves into a knowledge economy. And through all of it, the mountains still surround the valley the same way they always have. A reminder that Monterrey's growth has always been about adaptation. Because, unlike cities built on tourism or government power, Monterrey built its reputation the hard way, by making things. Like and subscribe for more content like this.